So what's going on, guys? My name is Violent. Welcome to IWZombies. Today we're going to be talking about the final piece to the puzzle in Infinite Warfare Zombies. That's right, post Super Easter Egg, what can you do? Is there something more that can happen? Well, there's actually another cutscene that we can unlock, and that cutscene takes place in Zombies in Spaceland. So if it's your first time around here, be sure to drop a like on the video and be sure to subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section if you're new, and you can always hit me up on Twitter at GrizzViolent if you want to continue this conversation. So after we defeat Mephistopheles, we have a cutscene, and that cutscene takes place within a certain theater. Now that theater takes place in the universe that's trapped within the urn with the rest of the maps that we're playing, okay? So there's the theater, there's Zombies in Spaceland, then we move on to Raven the Redwoods, where we have another world of Shaolin Shuffle, another world of Attack the Radioactive Thing, Beast from Beyond, all within the Super Easter Egg urn located in the projection room. This ritual urn may be an artifact wielded by the master Willard Wyler. Is this area reachable, or are we stuck within the sixth world within the ritual urn? We're about to go in with the team one last time here to Zombies in Spaceland, activate Willard Wyler. Now I should note here that Willard Wyler is only a playable character after you've beaten the Super Easter Egg boss Mephistopheles. Once you're part of the team and the 1% that's actually beat this, you are the players that went above and beyond and ultimately can unlock Willard Wyler as a playable character. But this fits now within the time frame of our storyline. Willard Wyler has been thrown into the film by Dexter. As you guys know, Point Dexter is somewhat of the mastermind of our base characters. He's the guy that always seems to have an idea, but in Beast from Beyond, he was kind of going off a whim. But he didn't take any second chances once he got into our cutscene. It's no wonder the film reel that we picked up in Beast from Beyond was actually Spaceland. That's kind of ironic because it does play a role here. That is the same film that we threw Willard Wyler into, and he has to come out beating this Easter egg to return to the theater that I believe is trapped within the urn, because there is a Master Willard Wyler playing a big role here that we don't have much information about. Let's talk about the gameplay for a second. You cannot equip an arcane core to the actual knife of Willard Wyler. This dagger can also not be pack-a-punched before and after the Easter egg. So the footage you're seeing right now is before the Easter egg. We just completed the portals. I went in, and this is what's happening. You cannot upgrade this weapon. Now I'm going to show you a clip after we beat the Easter egg. Don't worry, we're going to look at what happened while we beat it. But this is a clip after the Easter egg's been beaten, and you still cannot upgrade this. So I just wanted to debunk that right off the bat, that you cannot upgrade this dagger. If you want to keep it with you all the way through the Easter egg, that's fine. This dagger appears to be a one-hit kill for high-round players. If you are a high-round player, let me know what round this dagger is a one-hit kill to. But as a Director's Cut player, you are entitled to many different features, one being 25k right off the bat. So you will have that many credits, zombie credits, points, the value system, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have 25,000 of it. Now, you can use that to open doors, get things done right away, pack-a-punch your weapons. This is the process of doing Easter eggs very fast, and I don't believe speedrunning should be a thing with the Director's Cut. It just doesn't make sense. As you guys know, there's even controversy right now between Zombie Records and the Zombies World Championship that went on with all the big YouTubers. Now, I wasn't a part of any of that, but there's some sort of de-affiliation happening, so I wouldn't even worry about trying to go for extremely great records on the internet, per se. Go for the records that you can actually get in-game. Those are the ones that matter. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you like to speed run, go for it, man. If that's your thing, go for it, alright? I'm just here to try to benefit the players that love to get the in-game achievements and do things with the help of my own experience to further their own gameplay. That's always been my mission, and lots of things can be learned from what I'm going through, and that's the videos that you're seeing each and every day. Now, I would have had a flawless run, but what seemed to occur here is I had a down that happened really fast. But somebody decided to drop Kindle Pops, and I noticed this. So I'm going to look at this right now because I want to know what exactly went down. Let's look at this. It looks like there's Kindle Pops already there. Look at that wall. So it's confirmed. That's exactly how I went down, and now it's in the books. We all know Kindle Pops takes you down and it causes damage to you. And up close and personal, someone laid a frickin' firewall across this bridge, and I was right there in the mix. But that's the price you pay when you just think you're living the dream, but really, you're just dreaming about living. Now, one thing I will say 100% is that the Director's Cut games are very fun to play. Now, if you haven't got yourself involved in the Director's Cut, I would give everything to trying to get there, because it makes everything so much easier, especially when you have perma perks, that when you go down, you don't have to reclaim them. They're just there. And that's one of the great benefits of being a Director's Cut player. But there's so much involved that's awesome. You start out with 25k, and that is such a huge help when you want to open all these doors, and you don't have to spend the time and the rounds. The rounds is a big important part, because the zombies get stronger the more rounds, the higher rounds you get. In addition to that, there's also the calling cards that were introduced for beating the Super Easter Egg. All Director's Cut players are rewarded with the Mephistopheles calling card called Demon Slayer. And if you've beaten the Super Easter Egg, you're the only people out there that have it, so it's very noticeable. Another thing is, if you've surpassed that Super Easter Egg and you also have the Willard Wyler playing card, that is something I want to note too, because only certain players have that. Now, personally, I like the Demon Slayer card the most, so that's the one I'm having applied to my account. If you like the Willard Wyler card, by all means, throw it on, and while you're at it, throw on the Director's Cut camo, because that was another reward we got for beating the Super Easter Egg. So that makes 3 cross-map rewards that we've talked about: the 25k, the new calling cards, the Director's Cut camo. But there is one more thing that was added that not many people talk or appreciate that should be appreciated, and that is the fact that we had an actual map and level designed for the Super Easter Egg boss fight. Just that alone is extremely impressive, that it's an entirely new arena compared to the other maps that we've experienced. It's an addition too, and this is amazing because this came with DLC 4. This is one thing I hope we can continue to be surprised about moving into World War II Zombies, because we're going to have to start talking about that soon. But on the fact of Infinite Warfare, we had this entire boss arena built as a separate map style to the other maps that we were introduced to. And the Director's Cut added new features to the old maps. So, adding that entire addition to the end as a package with the DLC 4 that is released is amazing. And I think that's a trend I would love to see moving into the future. Now, let's say, for instance, you're just a Black Ops 3 player. You haven't given Infinite Warfare Zombies a fair chance, and maybe you've only been watching videos and not playing the actual game. So what I have to say to you guys is this, that you may have missed out on the weekly bounties that were introduced, and this was a weekly reward system that was given to us players. We were able to clutch things such as a high amount of keys or salvage that we could use in-game. So maybe you're already aware of this, and the rewards aren't extremely great because the amount of keys that you usually got were just the amount that you would get for a rare zombie crate. But I feel that Infinity Ward learned a lot from this experience, and other developers like Sledgehammer Games for World War II Zombies are taking that information and advancing it to make it even better. So without further ado, let's watch the alternate Super Easter Egg cutscene in Zombies in Spaceland.
Now do you understand? This is why I chose each of you. There is much to do. Shall we begin?
Now, the most intelligent way to break this down is to understand that they have an objective. And their objective is to work together because they have things to do and accomplish together, okay? And that's why Willard has chosen each and every one of these characters. It's because they're going to complete some sort of big task. And that is why Infinite Warfare Zombies, it said the end with a question mark and he's laughing. It's because it's hinting at the next iteration, the next game that Infinity Ward will be ultimately responsible for. And we will be finding out who this master character is. It's somebody who's pulling the strings of all the maps, including the map of the theater. As we saw, that was a 6th map within the 5 maps we saw in the season pass. Okay, so something is playing a big role here. And I just want everyone to be on the same page. And that's why you've come to see my videos, because I present the accurate breakdown of what we've experienced. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like on the video and be sure to subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Wyler out.